Hey guys, Robert and Alex here, and time for the second unofficial Bond movie.
Yep.
The one that was Kevin McClory made because he had the rights to Thunderball, so he's like, let's remake it. Because he can remake it. But that's the thing. He's planning on doing all series, but can't say remaking Thunderball.
Yeah.
I mean, the general premise of Thunderball afterwards, after he did this one, and
Yeah.
it's Sean Connery's back. And
Yeah. Oh boy. Yeah.
let's
Let's.
let's find
I think it'll. I think it's almost fair to have it pitted against the Casino Royale spoof instead of Octopussy, because we know who's gonna we know he's coming out the victor here.
Yep. Let's find out, shall we?
Let's do it.
Hey guys, we're back in my
We
house.
have
Power's back on, and we watched it. Why do people jump on this?
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
I think when you try to break it down, you can sort of see it kind of, it's like there's too many contrivances and stuff. But I think it's more like when you're in the moment, and like more of like from a presentation standpoint.
Yeah.
It's fun.
It's better than Thunderball.
It
Blasphemy,
is.
I know. With one or two exceptions.
Yeah.
All right, the opening, shit.
Opening
Shit. The
awful.
music is bad. The action is not the greatest. Although the moment after that is good going forward. Like Bond dealing with a new M and everything, a younger M.
Yeah, there are some things that could have been expanded upon more, but like they're just kind of in and out. But
but Connery had some of his best, not Goldfinger best.
But you could tell he was definitely better.
I'd say on par with how he was in Thunderball.
Yeah,
Because he was good in that one too.
Yeah.
Not at his.
Although you could totally tell he's like dropped the accent at this point.
Oh, well, he's older. He's not going to even bother with that. And he's been paid too much to even care about an accent.
Yeah.
But
still.
But yeah, Kim Basinger's Domino, that's a hard one. She does a good job.
She does, but I feel like there's nothing to her.
Nothing really. But again, was there anything much of the original Domino?
I mean, that's true.
She didn't add anything.
Yeah.
Largo, mass improvement.
Massive
except for the lack of the eye patch.
Yeah. Well, I think what it is the villains, they are insane in this. They're like, and I mean, insane like they're crazy.
Oh yeah, they are. Especially
who's the female?
Bauer or something.
Yeah, she is. She's like the prototype for Xenia
on the top. Definitely, she is just like.
She goes.
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But yeah, we open up. M has no regard for the double O's. He's like, unlike my predecessors, I have no regard for you and your outdated. Like you haven't been teaching for a while. I'm like, Bond teaching.
I don't know if I want to.
But he still goes off to that retreat. In this case, it's for detox, basically.
Yeah, because the food, the smoking, the drinks.
Yeah, but and yet he is I'll tell you, he's better than he was in the other one.
Yeah.
The attempt to kill him made more sense. Trying to drop it as opposed to.
I know that weird device.
And he doesn't blackmail the woman into anything. He just simply she just falls for his charm as opposed to failing, and he decides, I'll show you.
Yeah. And even like the stuff with the brother.
Oh yeah, the brother. Oh yeah. Here,
too.
instead of being he's killed off already and then has a copy. No, he's being threatened and doped up on heroin.
Yeah.
Which interesting.
Yeah.
And he still cares for his sister. To the point where they mention like, "Where's my sister?" It's like, sit down.
Yeah.
And
they actually felt bad for him.
And although the fact that M is just such an ass.
I know, and it doesn't really
especially
even, like later on he calls them up and he just yells, he just shouts at them the whole time.
And it's like, there's a threat on my life. Yeah, well, I had to do all this stuff. It's like probably from some ex husband of a woman you took her from. It's like, no.
I
mean, I know they made that joke before, but not he. And they made that joke in Mail the Golden Gun, but that was different.
Yeah. Ex-husbands.
Yeah, what ex-husband would actually go for murder?
Yeah, seriously.
I'm sorry, but what? But but then the plot here is not as contrived.
Yeah.
Oh, and Max von Sydow as Blofeld. Still no Terry Sullivan.
Yeah, I mean he just feels like he's there.
He's there, but he doesn't feel bad. He's definitely not Mr. Bond. But he's not as good as the original Unseen Boys. He is definitely beneath most of them. I would say that he is beneath them. I don't know how he
I think the problem is he's just kind of like maybe a minute or two, and he's just
and,
like
and,
in
his,
there,
and his introduction's not as good. Although the Xenia prototype is like with your feet, and she's just like,
I know, that was great. But she gets crazier, just you wait.
oh yeah.
Crazy has just begun.
And it just basically mostly follows. Obviously, they have to follow the formula of the original, but it's
it does some things better.
Yeah, for one, Largo is a creeper. But at the same time, you feel like there actually is something close to them. Now, I know Calvin complained about, I don't feel like a woman under duress. I don't think they were going for that.
Yeah, no.
I think it was expecting that.
I think it was more like, we're so in love, and then you're like, hold on a second here. It's not what I signed up for.
Exactly. That's what I think they were going for, as opposed to that.
It's like, I guess it's more to make Domino feel like, I feel secure in my life, I'm happy, and then...
And he does come up with and Largo does come up with a false face.
Yeah, that's right.
He doesn't need the eye patch. He has a false face where he's just like, "Oh, good job, guys, good job." And yet, but deep down, he's like, "Oh, if they cross me, I'm gonna kill them." And and then as it's going on, eventually, it follows the same plot. They steal a bunch of nukes. They're ready to throw the world in the ransom. And then, of course, they're like, "Oh, I guess we need the double O's." Yes, sir. I mean, I just thought he's just like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah. Yeah, then of course we got when he
Money Benny wasted. But Q, I hope there's gonna be love gratuitous sex and violence, complete 180, and up to the point where Desmond would be like, you are supposed to be the quartermaster. You're not supposed to be encouraging his foul behavior.
He'd be disgusted.
Yeah, but I wish they did more changes. Like, have Money Penny be more like, oh, James. Have her be she throws herself. Or have her be the stuck up, like, Have her be what the parody sometimes portray her being. Like James, hands off, or something. Instead, she's just
there.
Bland.
Yeah, just really bland.
I mean,
but I would have loved
Lois Maxwell had more personality even at her blandest.
Yeah, that's true. But again, so I wish there was more Q. He was
great. He was great. It was a one-scene wonder, but
yeah.
And then again, he goes on the mission. Rowan Atkinson. Okay, he wasn't Scooby-Doo level cringe.
But I think it just didn't work for the
It didn't work. It felt like this is not supposed to be. I know Bond's supposed to be a parody of Spy, but not like this.
Yeah, I know.
And he's not Johnny English.
Yeah, I mean that was a very surprise to actually have Johnny English in there, but yeah, it's not that he's bad himself. He's great.
He's great, but
it just didn't. It wasn't the right
It's just
choice
by him being there, you already know. But I think maybe that more hurts nowadays. Back then, most Americans didn't know about Mr. Bean.
That's true.
So I think it's just like it's some guy. But we know who he is, so we're like.
Yeah, was Mr. Bean like 90s more?
More. I think it came more to the States late 90s.
Yeah.
With the movie.
Yeah, of course. And there was some I remember watching Mr. Bean
I think
it was like old VHS.
I think people might more remember Black Adder more than they do Mr. Bean in the States.
Yeah.
But still though, not bad. But then again, as it goes through, eventually we get to they have the arcade moment.
Yeah,
we have the masseuse moment.
Masseuse moment, which
it actually worked. It was creepy, but in that right type of creepy. Especially at the end where it's like, he doesn't work here. But then, of course, we had the worst delivery of, her name is Bond. James Bond. It's just
when he goes to the casino. Although the bit where he tricks the guy was great, because it's if you move this bomb...
Oh, yeah.
This thing is going to explode.
And then when he sees it, he's like... It turns out it's not a bomb.
It's a
cigarette.
That was great.
I know, that was good. Like, but that's so perfect. It's just like... I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I did. Poor guy.
All because he had a gun on him for,
But I hope he gets a good bonus. But so then
the guy Argo's dead. He's not going to get any bonus.
But then he goes to the casino where they have
arcade.
Yeah, which was such a weird choice. It doesn't work for Bond. I love a good arcade, but
and this is right before the video game crash. Yeah, the same year.
Yeah, it was the same year.
And then you have the big arcade, which at first was annoying, but by the end you realize Bond's motive. Then it's basically lull him into a false sense of security by losing 3 times and then finishing him off when he bets the whole house.
Yeah, that's right.
Which, although just the idea of Bond playing video games,
I know, that's weird.
There's more modernizing, and then there's silliness.
Yeah, because even then, video games were still a phase at the time before they really became an international
But it wasn't. But the way it played out felt like Bond.
Yeah.
Once it finished, I mean, beforehand you're like, "Come on, James."
Yeah.
But then you're like,
I'm going to punch some news and Call of Duty.
Exactly. And then he's like, is that money? Is that he wants a dance with Domino? Of which you would be like, your brother's dead. Now, this is where Kim's acting actually worked. Because there's this point where she's like, no, don't, she wants to cry. She's just like, this bomb just dropped and it blew up in her face. And yet she's all like, don't show.
So it was a good performance. I thought that whole scene was dumb.
It was dumb, but
give it to Kim.
It's a Bond type of thing to do, though, when you think about it.
I know, but I think it went too far.
A bit too. I know, but again,
especially when you compare it to the original.
Oh yeah, the original was great.
So yeah, that 1 point for the original Thunderball.
Yeah, but again, Kim's look though, just this whole trying to restrain herself.
I know, she's a good actress.
She is.
Yeah.
And then Largo is starting to become more unhinged. Not yet though.
Yeah.
Wait, was it before or after they killed off the girl that it was before?
Yeah, I think it was before.
No. They killed the girl first. Because he told her, you have one last chance, which leads, this is when she goes full proto-Xenia.
Well, first of all, the scene is actually a great scene. It was actually a great chase scene.
Oh, yeah, but right before the chase, because we're seeing her there, here and there. She failed once already, because I was at the resort.
Yeah.
And then here's like, you give one chance, and she's like, it's bound up. Oh, yeah, Giola did sleep with him, of course.
Yeah, of course.
We should point out, she did sleep with him.
And that's important.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, then the chase sequence, it's good. They actually have him, he's on a motorcycle.
Oh, very different for Bond.
Yep, they have him actually cornered and pushing him on board. But of course, then as they're leading up the door, then she's chasing after him and eventually gets him in a great chase. It was a very good
great chase.
And then, of course, she has him cornered, and then she's just so full of herself.
She goes nuts.
She's all like, I was your greatest lover.
I wanted in writing.
No, before. Well, there was this girl in Philadelphia. I was your greatest. Like, you rabbit. It's like, you are so full of yourself.
She is nuts.
Like, well, you're right. I was going to write you in my memoirs as number one. Exactly. Write it. The greatest ravaging was by. And then, of course, like, it's like, I forgot. It's against company policy to give endorsements. Write it!
I was like, oh my God.
And again, she's just like, I was his greatest sexual.
She like had a meltdown. It was amazing.
But she's also just hilarious. So like, she's just so full of herself.
I know.
She truly thinks she is God's gift to men.
I know. It's like all of a sudden, just out of the blue, she's just everything, just insanity.
And then, he was given before GoldenEye, he was given the pen.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn.
But that was pretty gruesome.
Felix. We have a great Felix.
Oh, yeah.
He's black, before the Craig movies, but he was great. Probably one of the best Felixes.
Yeah, he really worked off well with.
I'm pretty sure. I think even Calvin put him up pretty high. He was one of the only He was the only one that wasn't near the bottom of the list.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everyone, he's the only one that actually was up a few paces from some of the Eon movies.
Yeah, it's just like he was pleasant. He enjoyed.
His first time we were like, "What's your name? What's cool?"
Weird intro, drawing attention to yourself, but whatever.
Yeah, but as it goes on, again, he's fun, and then the action. The action was really good.
It was.
And the climax, better than Thunderball.
Way better, because you expect it's going to be in underwater, but they go into
even the underwater stuff, whenever we see it, was better.
Yeah, because they go into like a cave. It's something out of like Indiana Jones.
Or Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they're at the final
big
scene,
shootout.
like grenade launchers, and it was a lot of fun.
Although one other moment where the original's best, the killing of Largo, way better in the book. Not the book, the original movie.
Yeah.
Because it was just like, Choo! And here he is, it's like he's pulling it out, and then she just comes out like, Choo!
Yeah, because Kim Basinger just kind of shows up.
And then the look at her face is like, it's from her. It's just like,
yeah. That's the thing too. It's like after like because Largo was spying.
Oh yeah, we forgot Largo's meltdown.
Yeah, because again, this movie, all the villains are nuts.
I know, but Largo, but he keeps it so calm at first until he said like, one, to get a reaction, two, because I always wanted to kiss you, and then he sees things as like. And he takes the axe like, what's here?
He's having a total meltdown.
And then when he meets up with them later, you're like, he's restraining himself. You can see from the actor. I didn't care for whatever this weird accent he was giving.
Yeah.
For like French mixed with something else.
Yeah,
but again, no, this guy was just like, he was good at doing like You can still tell he's just like.
But then he lost it.
He lost it. And then by the end, they're almost about to get away. Bond stops him, and he's ready to retire.
Yeah.
Like, never. Never say never again. And overall, I know you don't do rating, but if I would I give it a strong 7.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Again, I think it's one of those games you just kind of have to, if you're watching it, don't think too hardly about it.
I like Moonraker.
Yeah,
it's not nowhere near as good as Moonraker.
Well, yeah, obviously, but
it's definitely better than the original.
Because there are definitely some contrivances and stuff, and I think it's like of a lot of Bond films. So if you think too hard about what's going on, and it's kind of like it ruins your enjoyment. But
exactly.
But I think with the way it presents itself,
it's very good. Nowhere near the bottom of the list. Man with the Golden Gun is worse than this.
Yeah.
The original Thunderball is less than this.
And
I put it above Dr. No.
Yeah, and of course, there's Casino Royale, the parody one.
But that's if we had to put it on the list, it'd be beneath. That would be at the bottom for a Bond movie.
Probably, yeah.
But for this one as a Bond movie, it's not bad whatsoever.
Yeah, no.
I put it above Dr. No.
Yeah.
It definitely felt more entertaining than Dr. No.
It definitely did.
But I don't. Where would I compare it to Diamonds Are Forever?
I don't know. That's a tough
Above or beneath? I say above.
Yeah.
A little bit above.
Yeah.
Better, and Kim was still better than Tiffany.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Well, at least later movie Tiffany.
That's true.
Tiffany at the start, better than Kim, but then later movie Tiffany, you bimbo, you put the wrong. Okay, but that's our thoughts on Never Say Never Again.
Can find it. Check it out.
The best send-off Connery could have asked for.
Yeah.
A much better send-off than Diamonds Are Forever.
That's very true.
Better than how does it? No, not better than You Only Live Twice. Nope. It's not better than You Only Live Twice. I almost said that, but I'm like, no.
No.
But yep, next, Roger Moore's final movie.
Yep.
And not the worst movie, but the one where you're like, he shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. And you should have stayed with Octopus. You should have ended with Octopus.
We'll see you all with A View to a Kill.